Why did we choose this brand? The reason why we choose this brand is that it has a strong trust among the customer because Google is an international and well-known organization. Moreover, Google Glass is a gateway to the future because it's a whole new field of science. We can say it's an evolution of smart device. It will create a huge amount of easiness for the regular consumers as well as industrial consumers. Google Glass is already being used in the industrial sector, which is again an opportunity for its growth and worth. If we look into the trends, we can see a high percentage of consumers which are willing to buy a futuristic product.
Demands. If you look into this graph, we can know that RISC computers held the largest share of the global market in 2017 with over 44% share. Then later on, the key trends were patent of technology. Then market drivers were augmented growth of IoT. And then the future forecast tells us that the market is expected to grow at the CAGR of nearly 11% until 2022. The key points or the situation. Glass was first launched in the market as an experimental product to give an experience to the consumers and to collect their consumer behavior. Its design and features are not final but rather just an experiment for future improvement and changes. Since this product is a whole new field, it's not mainstream and the people might find it odd or rather not necessary for use as it's similar to smartphones. Since the product is a whole new field, it's not a mainstream. And many people had many concerns regarding it. After collecting the consumer behavior, we came to know that people think that it is too pricey, it's dorky looking, and why would they have something on their heads while they can have it in their hands as smartphones? And many had privacy concerns, like somebody might take a picture or a video of them without even their consent, and they didn't get commercial success. We all think Google Glass failed to gain commercial success. Just to be clear, Google Glass didn't fail because of technology, rather because it wasn't clear to the customers what problem it is solving and why they need it. Sure, Google Glass is cool, Apple Watch is sleek. Back in the late 1990s or early 2000s, you could get away with cool or sleek without a defined purpose. But early adopter bought into Google Glass. Die-hard Apple fans can't wait to show off their Apple Watch. But for most buyers, they need to see more to make a rational purchase decision. Google Glass failed to help consumers understand why they need such device. So we need to know that what problem does it solve or why do we need it. Only after understanding what problem we solve and why the consumer might need our offering, our audience will then want to know more, which will be what is the likely outcome or result of making this purchase.
Looking to the opportunity. According to our research, we find out people are actually interested to buy a futuristic product only with the condition is being affordable. According to the consumer, 71% more are likely to make a purchase based on social media referrals. 90% of the consumer trust peer recommendations, and 50% use generation contact is more likely trusted by internet user than traditional media. 81% of US consumer trust advice and information from blogs.
So what strategy we will be using? Before that, Steve Jobs once said, people don't know what they want until you show it to them. According to strong and weak theory, strong customers are those who aren't well aware of the product, thus they can easily be manipulated. According to our research, majority of the people were not aware of the fact that what Google Glass actually does. They only heard it by its name. Therefore, in this situation, we need to apply the model of AIDA, which stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. How we will create awareness. Everybody is familiar with Google but Glass. To create awareness, we need to advertise to the fullest through all means possible. The 3 steps of advertising we will be using is number 1, advertising input, which means to make our message and content clear so that our consumer can understand and relate. And then the sub point of it will be media, that what media are we going to use? We are going to use internet, television, or what for our promotion. And we need to prioritize that what media should be the target. Later, we will see repetition. Once we know what media we are going to use, we need to make sure that our ad is repeated so that we can make people memorize our brand and it's stuck in their head and they are talking in the society about it, so that it is easier to create awareness and more selling. Step number 2 is filters. Filters means motivation, promotion to pull out customer attraction. Step 3 will be intermediate effect on buyers, which includes cognition to give information, the basic information, and then the effect it will make on the customers. And then later it will say experience. Experience means that we need to give experience of our product to customers, which we already did when we first launched our Google Glass, which was Google Explorer. It was just to collect consumer behavior. In today's market, people are keen to follow social media influencer. To generate interest of the people, we will be taking help from social media influencers such as YouTubers, as Glass can be an excellent device for them to make their YouTube blogs and vlogs instead of using GoPro cameras. This is not only increasing the interest but also the desire for majority of the people, because they are very influenced by other people. To create more desire, we are going to present our product as a need to the customer and show them that how important and essential our product is to them in their daily life. Action includes the availability of the product. So the question that we asked, that why do we need it? For that, we will answer that sure, you can check your mobile screen for updates, but what if the update come in front of you on its own? To make life more simpler, remembering things, it will make us easier to remember things because notification panel will pop up every time we need something to remember. It will be less time consuming and give us more productivity, interaction with outer world and inner world at the same time, get more information on hand in less time, less movement and more productivity. So we got you covered because we have it all.
Improvement, more voice recognition. We try to eliminate the hand touchpad to make the design more light and classy looking. There will be adding a more voice recognition sound notification panel. Instead of having information right in front of us, we will be having an information panel on the side of our view every time for the recent update, rather than moving our prism from time to time. Distance object. User will be notified about the distance of the object around them. Design. To make it more sleek and convenient for everybody, we will be adding sunglasses and optical glasses for people with weak eyesight. Customization. You can customize according to your wish, change color and pattern. Timers and deadline. We will be available all the time. No need to set again and again, or you can set it through your mobile app. Privacy. Video will have a light blinking while recording. Unmutable picture shot. Sounds whenever a picture is taken. This method is used in Japanese smart device because of security concern. Last but not least, pricing. It will be according to the market price of other smart devices, which will be approx 3 to 4,000. Thanks so much.